Hello fellow collectors and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we are taking a look at the Ultraman Trigger DX Saikyou Narikiri set. This comes with the DX Guts Spark Lens, two DX Guts Hyperkeys, one for Trigger Multi-Type and one for Trigger Power-Type, and then the Guts Buckle set. So the Guts Buckle set is just kind of a waistband that has a holster for the DX Guts Spark Lens, as well as this little holder on the side over here to hold two Guts keys. So if you want the buckle set, you have to get this combined set. The Guts Spark Lens and when you buy the Guts Spark Lens on its own, it comes with the multi-type key, and then you can buy the power type key separately. But if you want the Guts buckle, it's only in this set. So I appreciate that they're selling everything else separately for people who don't care about the buckle. You can just get these things if you want, but if you do want the buckle, it's locked into this set. So front of the box here, pretty cool packaging. Obviously shows off everything you get. We have Trigger Multi-Type and Trigger Power-Type featured here on the front, along with Kengo, our human host for Ultraman this season. If we take a look at the top, just kind of shows, again, everything we see on the front of the box. Bottom is all your warnings and such. Over here, again, we just see his two forms and Kengo. And then over here, again, just kind of breaks down what's in the box. Taking a look on the back, it shows you how to use the keys. They get inserted. You open it up. It plays the transformation jingle, etc., etc. It has a gun mode as well, which we'll check out all that. And then, of course, you can pop it into the holster, store your keys here on the side. Looks like it holds 3 of them. And then it's just showing off some future releases with the Sky-type key and his sword. Looks like this is the Saikyou Arms. Okay. I guess we'll check that out a little bit later on when that comes out. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead, get everything out of the box here, and we're going to take a closer look. So here's everything you get in the box. We'll show off the buckle first, just to kind of get that out of the way because it's a little cumbersome. But basically, you get a belt buckle. You get 2 belt loops here for the back. You get the hyper key holder over here, and then you have the large holster over here for the DX Guts Spark Lens. So how they have you do this is you thread one side of the belt through the one side of the buckle and then the other side, and then they link together, and then that kind of keeps them in place because you can't really move those past there. You do have to feed the loop through. This doesn't just clip on top, so you have to kind of feed it through. This is very simple. You just go ahead and you slide the keys on here. The little track system that it uses to read it is what slides right in there. So you can see it holds up to 3, no problem whatsoever. We'll pop these back off. They slide on and off very easily. And then over here on this side, you have the holster. This has a Velcro piece. You take the DX Guts Spark Lens. You fit this through the bottom section here, which fits pretty snugly. And then this wraps around. It's kind of nice. You can see how the loop has a cutout so that it fits over that circular part. And then you just bring that down and Velcro it into place. And then there you go. You got your holster, you got your cool belt buckle, and you've got your Guts Hyper Key holder on this side. Now obviously this is about as wide as it can get, so this is not going to fit me. Of course it is meant for a small child, but still pretty cool. You could probably get some loop belt extender pieces. I know they make them for Kamen Rider. I would assume since all these toys are made by Bandai that they would probably work. I don't know that for a fact, but it's possible. But otherwise, I guess if you're thin enough to just wear this, you can. But I think it's pretty cool. I like the belt buckle. It says Guts Select there, etched in very nicely. Kind of a silver paint over top of that, which I think looks pretty cool. And then I might just take this piece off and just kind of use this as a holder. Because obviously I can't wear the belt. But I think the holster works really well. I think it's nice. It Velcros pretty securely in place. I like that cutout around this large circular section. Just really keeps it nice and snug in place. So I think that's actually really cool. Alright, so we'll take a look at the Guts Hyper Keys next. First up we have Ultraman Trigger Multi-Type. You can see it is U01. And it has a multi-type trigger here on the front. It is purple, has the speaker here on the front. Here's the little battery compartment on the back. Should you ever need to replace the batteries, you just have to unscrew that. And then it has the rail system, and you can see it is B001. So if you saw my review of the Ultraman Tiga multi-type key, this works very similarly. So it's just going to keep saying that, but if we hold the button down, It goes into sound mode. So that's the transformation sound. So circle arms is apparently what the sword is called. I apparently just can't read katakana. But yeah, it's circle arms. So that's back around to the front then. He doesn't have the circle timer color sound like Ultraman Tiga multi-type did. So back around to Hyperkey mode. Here is power type. He is U02. Looks pretty cool. I like that design a lot. This one is red, has the speaker, again battery compartment, has the rail system B002. So he only has 3 sounds as well. So back to Hyperkey mode. So that's pretty much it for the 2 keys on their own, but of course they do have functionality with the DX Guts Spark Lens, so let's dive into that. So here is the DX Guts Spark Lens in the gun mode. Really nice gold paint on both sides, which I appreciate. You only have the blue here on the front though. Here's your speaker. Here is your battery compartment, so the 2 AAA batteries go in here. On and off switch is tucked underneath. Here is your trigger. Obviously this is where you insert the keys. On the back here, there's the release for the keys. So it looks pretty cool. Let's go ahead and turn it on. So it doesn't announce its name or anything, just kind of has the light inside flash on. If we hit the trigger, so basically there is a blue light inside this yellow plastic, which is why it makes it look green. So nothing really, super spectacular there, just kind of a firing sound. Holding the trigger down doesn't do anything additional. Now if we go ahead and pop in a key at this point, we'll go ahead and we'll just use Tiga multi-type. So when you're in the gun mode and you use a key, you're just kind of using their power to do their attack. And you can hear the key says Ziperion. Now all the attack sounds come from the key. The light flashes in the gun, but then the sounds come from the key. So you just get the one attack sound. Holding the button down does nothing. So if we hit this, releases it, makes a release sound. We'll pop in trigger next, multi-type. So same sound, or same name anyway. I think the attack sound is different. And then next up we have power type. Alright, so that's it, everything in gun mode, but of course let's go ahead and transform. So I'm going to zoom out a little bit, and of course we will start with trigger multi-type. And then we just go ahead and pull this open. You just grab this part right here. There's no release or anything. So now it's making like a pulsating sound, waiting for you to hit the trigger. So you can see the LED flashed a bunch of colors, but now it's landed on purple because the key is purple, which I think is really cool. All of the transformation sounds come from the key. So this is actually the exact same transformation sound we get from the sound mode when we hold the button down. So if you don't have the DX Guts Spark Lens, you can get pretty much the same sounds out of the key itself. So now it says circle arms. So it just kind of does some attack sounds. Again, it's really just the same sounds you're getting when you go into sound mode. But it won't actually do the transformation again. It'll just loop between the other two. So now we'll do the transformation for power type. So now you can see the LED is red. And again, it just kind of cycles between those sounds. So next up, we'll try Tiga multi-type. And it just kind of goes between a couple sounds there. The LED is purple. So I think that's back around. So that's pretty much it for this one. Not a ton of functionality, but I think it's a good amount of functionality. And the nice thing about this is there's going to be more gimmick items to come out in the future, so that's going to give you more functionality as time goes on. This is just kind of the functionality of the base set, but I think it's fun. I mean, the keys on their own are fun. They make most of the noises on their own, so that way if you wanted to buy them separately and just collect the keys, you wouldn't be missing out on a ton. But I do think the DX Guts Spark Lens is pretty cool. I really like the gun mode. I think the transformation mode is quick and simple, which I appreciate. I love loading the keys in the bottom. The LED changes color based on the key, which I think is really cool. And I'm really interested to check out all of the monster keys, because all those sounds are going to have to come from the DX Guts Spark Lens itself, because they don't make sound. So I'm going to be very interested to see what the functionality for those is going to be. But I think it's a great set. I really do. Now, like I said, if you don't care about the Guts buckle, you can buy just the DX Guts Spark Lens on its own. It comes with the Tiga multi-type hyper key, and then you can just buy powered on its own. So if you don't really care about the Guts buckle, you can get the other pieces separately. But I think it's a fun set. I like the Guts buckle. I'm probably not ever going to wear it. I don't think I'll ever be small enough to wear it. But if you're into cosplay or something like that, I think it works. The holster, I think, works really well. Holds the spark lens in there nice and tight. You have the piece on the side that holds up to 3 hyper keys, which is nice. and the belt buckle itself is not bad. So I think this is a great set. Definitely recommend checking it out. Very excited for Trigger this year. I think the items are really, really fun. It's been a while since the item itself for Ultraman has made noise. Honestly, if ever. I'm trying to think of the last time they had an item where the gimmick item itself made sound. It's always been, you know, the crystals or the capsules or the cards don't make noise on their own. So I think this is really fun, and I'm glad Ultraman is doing this because it makes them a lot more collectible and fun. I wish they all had sounds, but the Candy Toy Gashapon don't. So it's kind of like Kamen Rider Saber Wonder Ride books in that regard. But I definitely think this is a fun set. Definitely recommend checking it out. And I'm going to be having fun collecting the keys this year. I think it's going to be neat. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. And as always, thanks so much for watching.